Buying a used vehicle isn't without its pitfalls. You never really know the true condition of the car. It may look good on the outside, but underneath the skin there may be damage that has been repaired. It may have been in an accident, and it's not always immediately visible. So let's take a look at the few ways that you can check to see if there are any pitfalls. Now, aside from just looking down the side of the car to see if things are straight and not wavy, you can use your finger. You run it in the panel gaps and you'll be able to tell if there's any inconsistency. You'll be able to feel which panel is higher and which one is lower, if the gap narrows or tapers. You'll also be able to feel a difference in the paint, because often they'll paint one panel and not the other. Get the engine bay open and take a look at the different areas, and you'll want to see if there is any difference in the age of the plastics on one side as opposed to the other. The headlights are often a telltale sign. If one looks a little newer than the other side, chances are that one's been replaced. You also want to take a look at the chassis legs, and that'll be the pieces of metal down on either end of the engine, and you want to see that those are straight and that they aren't kinked in any way or form. You're also looking for a discrepancy in the quality and color of the paint. Alright, then you're going to want to lift up the carpet in the back, and you're going to want to look in and under the spare wheel. You're going to want to look to see that there aren't any wrinkles and, once again, paint discoloration and discrepancies underneath the carpets. This can often be hidden away, but any sort of wrinkling here or patchwork metal is going to indicate that it took an impact from the back. And your next little trick is to grab a nice soft cloth and a fridge magnet. You're going to wrap the magnet in that cloth. And you do this just to protect the paintwork, you don't want it scratching. And then you can feel on the body where it is still metallic and where it isn't. Check places like the arches, the front and the rear. It's not going to stick to a plastic bumper, but all the metal sections. If it doesn't stick or it feels considerably weaker, that's an indication that underneath the paint there's some body putty there, and it indicates a previous repair. So far, so good. Another thing that you want to do is you want to step back and you want to take a look at the wheels. And you want to see that the gap in the front is consistent on either end, especially in the front. You're going to want the gap between the arch and the wheel to be the same on both sides, and you're going to want to check that the wheels stand proud equally on both sides. If there is a discrepancy there, it could mean that there's chassis damage. For the rest of it, you would need to get in underneath the car, and this is sometimes a little trickier. Best left to the professionals, so we highly recommend taking your vehicle round for a professional 101-point inspection or multi-point inspection before you purchase it.